Hi guys, it's me, Leila, and today we are talking about toxic friendships.
Leila the Pet Vet.
Alright guys, today we're going to talk a little bit about toxic friendships and how to deal with them. Number 1, you're giving more than you're getting. So for instance, like you call on them, you check up on them, you do everything and they just don't do it back. That's a really big sign of toxicness. It's okay if they're busy, but if they never call you or text you or contact you, then they only call you or text you because it's like, oh, this happened to so-and-so and so-and-so got me in trouble and blah, blah, blah. It's always about them, and they don't ever come and like, hey, how are you doing? Or, hey, what happened to you today? I saw you crying. Stuff like that. Number 2, you don't enjoy spending time with them. So, really, like, if you don't enjoy spending time with your friends, maybe it's like because they're gonna say something bad about you or some other person and you just don't want to hear it, that's a sign of a toxic friendship. Number 3, you don't like yourself when you're with them. So, basically, like, if you're doing mean girl stuff and you feel bad about it later, that's toxic. That's a toxic friendship. So, 1, you need to check yourself, and 2, you need to find some new friends. And maybe apologize to the people you've hurt. Number 4, you compete with them. So, if you guys are always competing, it's gonna be like, oh, I got a better grade on this test than you. Well, oh, I got the latest fashion. Well, oh, I have the cuter hairstyle. Oh, well, I have more friends. Oh, well, I get this. Blah, 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 blah. It's probably a toxic friendship on both sides. Number 5, you can't depend on their advice. So, if you go to like your friend and you know that if you ask for advice, they're not gonna give you good advice. Like, it's just gonna make this situation worse, and they know it. It's probably a toxic friendship, and they're probably lying to you just to get you in more trouble. Number 6, you make excuses for them. So somebody might be like, oh, so-and-so, why are you friends with these people? They steal things, they break things, they're so rude to the teachers. And then you come and you're like, oh, well, I mean, they're not that bad. I mean, they're really sweet and nice once you get to know them. But deep down, you know that's not true. And that's probably a sign of a toxic friendship. Number 7, you feel used. Like, for instance, hey, so-and-so will get me into this party. Or, hey, so-and-so's parents will take us anywhere we want. Or, hey, so-and-so has clothes I can borrow. Or, hey, if I invite so-and-so, she'll pay for everything. That's really toxic. So that's definitely a toxic friendship. Number 8, they criticize you all the time. Now, for instance, they're like, oh, you have that grade? Well, I got an A+, and you just got an A. Such a bad failure. Or, hey, look at this art piece I made. It's so pretty. Oh, you got water on yours. Maybe next time. Or this, that. Yeah, no, that just means that they're not there to support you and they're not a good friend at all. Number 9, they don't pull their weight. So what I mean by this is like if you two are on a project together or multiple of you are on a project together and they just don't do their part or they aren't doing what's expected of them, that's not pulling their weight. And if they're not helping you and they say like, oh, well, it's your part because I did this part, so that means it's all up to you. That's a toxic friendship. Number 10, your parents really don't like them. So your parents have been here decades longer than you have. And you invite your friend over one day and they meet your parents. And your parents just don't like them. And then afterwards you're like, Mom, Dad, why don't you like her? She's so sweet and nice. But since your parents have been around so much longer than you have, they can tell if something's toxic or not, like a friendship. So I'm pretty sure they can tell you, if they tell you, hey, I don't like the vibes from this person. I don't think you should be friends with them. And you don't listen and something does happen, remember, they tried to warn you. But next time you might need to listen to them. Alright guys, so that was 10 ways to figure out if you have a toxic friend. And yeah, if you can slowly try and start making new friends, and you can try and talk to that toxic person and be like, hey, I don't feel good about the way you treat me or talk to others or do things with me. I don't like it, and I don't think we should be friends, but hopefully you can try and change and we can be friends again. And either they'll listen or they'll just go back to being toxic. Alright guys, so that was 10 toxic friend tips. Anyways guys, that was pretty much all for today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!